Servus, Männer, it's Red Pill Germany again. When I read the news yesterday, I thought this can't be true. This must be a joke or something. But it seems as if the government office that is very important in these days, the Robert Koch Institute, which means to say the German state, doesn't know the actual number or the ratio of people who are vaccinated. They just don't know. They have no idea how many people are fully vaccinated, how many people are partially, like one times vaccinated, or how many people are unvaccinated. They don't know. They guess, yeah, or well, they have the official numbers that are reported to them, but they don't know if they are accurate. And they themselves admit now that they are underreporting systematically. Let me, in today's talk, explain to you, or a little more in detail, what that means. So there were two surveys, or where they asked people, like 1,000 people, if they are vaccinated or not. So this is a survey, right? Like if you have a poll or something before an election, and they did that because they frankly have no idea. I mean, yes, all the doctors and all the these vaccination centers, they report some numbers, but they don't know if these numbers are correct once again. And this is scandalous. I didn't know that. I thought that this reporting is fairly accurate. I mean, there is maybe some mistake here or there, like someone reports one number too many, or someone reports one case too few or too little. And that is noise. That is normal because noise goes in both directions. Yeah, some contributions add a little too much. Some contributions don't count it completely. So it kind of cancels out to some degree. But what they say now is that it is systematically underreporting. And so in one of these surveys, and the key demographic that we're talking about here is the people from 18 to 59 years old, I think. Because over the age of, or at the age and over the age of 60, most people in Germany are vaccinated by now. Maybe not in Sachsen or in Thüringen, but in other parts of Germany, most of these people are already vaccinated, like 80-90% of them. It's huge. And quite frankly, if I were 80 years old, I would probably get it too, yeah? Because I don't have to worry about long-term effects then, if you know what I mean. But that's not the point of today's video. So the 18 to 59-year-olds, that is what we're focusing on here. And one of these surveys said that 80% of them are vaccinated, when the official numbers are more like 70%, right? And then there was, I think, Allensbach Institute. So it wasn't their own survey, it was an external institute or another institute who did a similar poll or survey, and they found similar numbers. I think one of them was a little 13% difference. The other one was almost 20% difference here. And that is pretty crazy. Because think about what that means. Our politicians and our media, they are running wild right now. They are going crazy. Yeah? They are pitting people against each other. Like they try to make vaccinated people hate unvaccinated people by saying that they are a danger to them, and that they're bad for society and antisocial and whatnot, right? So they're really trying to create a lower caste of people, like a class of undesirables that you can harass and bully and persecute however you like. And they do all that based on the assumption that there are all these people out there that could get vaccinated, but they just don't want to. And now these surveys suggest, after the Robert Koch Institute says that they have no idea what the actual number is, it suggests that the official vaccination numbers are way too low, that they're systematically underreported. And that means if you, because this process has a saturation behavior, right? Just like the virus, by the way. In the beginning, it grows exponentially. A lot of people want it, and all the people who want it try to get it, and then the demand is high. And then there is a saturation behavior because the pool of people who want to get it or who can get it is shrinking, and then, the growth stops. It's a saturating process. And if you envision a saturation curve, and I showed saturation curves on my channel in presentations a lot of times, so if you follow my program, then you know what a saturation curve is, or a logistics function or something along those lines, a saturating process basically. The precise shape doesn't even play a role for my argument here. If you do that, then you know that if you shift this curve along the y-axis, for example, because the saturation threshold or the saturation point is assumed or measured wrong, then you must think that there are all these people who are just not willing, or they just don't want to, but in fact you're already in the saturated area where, even though everybody wants to, or almost everybody wants to, it is just saturating right now. So, well, to put it really short and in simple terms, they are operating on possibly false numbers, and that means that all these measures and all these insults and these suspicions and all this aggressive rhetoric towards the German population, or a part of it at least, is completely unfounded. And it's completely insane. And that means that this goal of this herd immunity or whatever, or their vaccination target, maybe they have met it already, or maybe they're very close to it already, and we're not at all far away from it. So that means they're just doing this even, well, it is unjustified anyway, I would say, but even according to their own pseudo values and rules, it would be unjustified. And what I want to say towards the end is the Robert Koch Institute is an actual joke. This is not a research institute or anything like that, because it sounds like Max Planck Institute or Fraunhofer Institute, Leibniz Institute. You know, you take a name of a smart and famous old white man, and you put the word institute after it, and then you think, oh, we're an internationally recognized research institution. No, it's not. It's a government office. It has nothing to do with research. It's a government office that compounds numbers and that makes suggestions and blah, blah, blah. It has nothing to do with research. It's not like a research institute, okay? And it's not independent either. It's a government office. It's part of the German state. They're bureaucrats. And these people say now that, underreporting is actually usual. That's the first statement they make. And the second statement after it is, but still, I mean, the official numbers are depicting the general situation accurately. Okay, interesting. So systematic underreporting is normal, but it's accurate. So what is it now? Is it underreporting or is it accurate? I mean, you can't have it both ways. These people are morons. This doesn't make even sense on a basic logic level, like so many other things that we hear these days. Like, the vaccine only protects you from symptoms, but of course you protect others as well. Yeah, right. That makes total sense. And so I would suggest that the Robert Koch Institute they should change their name probably into something like Federal Health Office or whatever. I have no idea. But the word institute with the name Robert Koch, that is misleading, and it is a joke. This institute is a joke. And I'm still somewhat shocked that they don't know the actual numbers and they're basing all their policy on this number. And now they're like, oh, by the way, we have no idea what the numbers actually are. Our country is such a joke. Our country is a joke, a complete joke. All right, so I think there are probably some more things to say, but I want to leave it at that for today. Take care. Servus, Kameraden.